Welcome back, you guys. Today we are going to go over a very common question. What's the difference between all-purpose mud and taping mud? So first let's get into the weights. All right, this is a heavyweight mud. This is your USG all-purpose green lid. It's a very hard and heavy mud, and this one is one of our Canadian light taping muds. We use this for setting paper tapes and corner beads. This one says all-purpose. People get the impression that it can be used for everything, but it's so difficult to sand, I wouldn't necessarily recommend using it for anything other than setting tapes or doing a first coat over top of steel corner beads. Anyways, let's get into it and throw some tapes on this piece of board. We'll do a tape pull test and we'll talk about some of the other pros and cons of each mud. So the green lid mud has a very heavy feel. Like when I pick up a knife full of it, it's definitely got some weight to it. It has a lot of viscosity, almost has like a slimy feel, if that makes sense. And it also seems like there's a lot of porosity in the mud. One thing's for sure is that there is definitely no problem with adhesion with this mud. We'll leave a little tab off here. And we'll go right to the end here. So one of the things I've noticed about all-purpose mud is that you can't leave it under the tape as long as you can taping mud. Taping mud is designed to be thinned way down and left on the wall for a long time. So we're going to make sure that we have no blisters under here, but that we've left enough tape underneath. This is kind of hard to do this on this little space. I should have picked a bigger piece of scrap board, but we'll get it done. And all we really need is just to make sure that there's plenty of mud underneath this tape. Okay, this taping mud, you guys, I have mixed really thin. So much thinner than the all-purpose, but it's got a lighter and kind of more fluffy feel. It's gonna be hard to spread this out. I'll have to do it right on the edge, really, without actually getting it mixed in with the all-purpose. But it's much lighter. You can feel it when you take a scoop out of the bucket. It's easier to spread, doesn't have the same viscosity. And like I said, you can leave it much longer. We'll make sure to leave a little pull tab right there. Do we have enough under here? Not yet. Got to make sure that we have all things more or less equal here. But yes, I would say it's much more forgiving to being left on the wall for a long time. Okay, that should be good right there. And because of the fact that it's a lightweight mud, it's also more forgiving to being scraped down later. It's just not as dense as the all-purpose heavyweight. It also doesn't shrink as badly. So we're gonna do something here to try and measure the shrinkage of the two materials. I know you guys are loving that comment, but I'm just gonna put a big blob on here so we can see what it does when you put it on really thick. So that's the taping. And let's get a fairly even blob of the all-purpose on here as well. So I was actually struggling to leave an even layer, and that's because the all-purpose heavyweight has all these sort of skinned over bits, and I'm going to show you that. So let's put this on here, just kind of thin. And let's do the same thing with some of the taping mud as well. So these ones we're going to wipe off in a minute and see how much moisture gets sucked out of the mud into the board and how workable the mud stays. Okay, let's start with the all-purpose heavyweight. So what you'll notice about this stuff is that as you scrape it off here, a lot more of it will stay on the board. It's harder to get this off. And when you do, you can see that it's very skinned over. See how that has an almost plasticky feel to it? Like it's become firm and kind of hard already. So it's harder to wipe out all of the tape. It's harder to wipe out all the mud from under the tape if you leave it on there for a long time. So I've left the taping mud a little bit longer than I left the all-purpose mud, but as you can see, I can easily scrape it all off here. In fact, let's just leave it for even longer, like maybe a few minutes. Okay, this has now been at least twice as long, and we can still easily wipe it down to the board. So this stuff just retains its slickness so much, right? It's very slick and workable under the tape, and there's good reason for this. But yes, we can wipe it off completely. It doesn't leave a thick layer on the board. So it wipes out from underneath paper tape for a much longer period of time. Like I've come back to tapes that I put on half an hour before and still been able to flatten it out and wipe the mud out. But with all-purpose heavyweight, you just have to pull it off and kind of chisel the mud off and tape it again. So the reason that the mud is formulated like this is for production methods of taping. So whether you are using the super taper or slot bucket method like I do, or you use a banjo, or you use a bazooka, chances are you're gonna be leaving those tapes, and especially really long tapes, on the wall for a long period of time. And you need that mud to not dry out underneath it and to retain a slickness to be able to pull the mud out from underneath the tape, leaving just a thin layer underneath. It also has tons of adhesive in it. So I've actually never had a problem from tapes lifting using a lightweight taping mud. It's designed to be thinned way down, left on the wall for a long time, and still perform under those circumstances. So unfortunately, lightweight taping mud isn't actually available everywhere. It seems to be more of a West Coast thing, especially West Coast of Canada. And in most of Canada, you can get a lightweight taping mud. But once you start getting to a lot of the middle or eastern United States, you are gonna find only green lid all-purpose, and it is more than adequate. Millions and millions of houses have been successfully taped with it. And in some ways, I think it's actually kind of stronger and better. But in terms of making the life of the drywall finisher easier, lightweight taping mud is absolutely the way to go. But we'll have to wait until this dries out and I do the tape rip test to see which one really performs best, or if they're just both the same. Okay, so this has had a chance to fully dry over a couple of days. Let's check it out. Okay, first off, let's get a load at just how much the all-purpose heavyweight shrunk and cracked. Whereas basically over the same thickness, this didn't shrink much and crack at all. I'm sure it shrank, but not like this. And I always wonder, how well does it stick when it's cracking like that? Okay, even though it's got the cracks there, it's still quite stuck. It's just not well held together in that direction. They're both pretty hard to break chunks off of. So I want to get a chunk off of each one. Oh, that's pretty good. You can definitely tell, like, it's harder, this stuff. It's pretty hard to scratch this with your fingernail, whereas this one is definitely a lot easier to scratch with your fingernail. And let's also do a sanding test real quick. So this one, it sands, but it takes a long time to get that far. Whereas this one, it's still not easy to sand, but it's noticeably a little bit easier. Like, you can still get these edges of the all-purpose heavyweight feathered down. It's not a big deal. But definitely this is a bit easier to sand. Although the difference between the taping mud and the all-purpose is the taping mud is never intended to be a finished surface, whereas the all-purpose mud is intended to be a finished surface because it is called an all-purpose. Okay, but let's get to the tape pull, because I'm really excited about this one. Now, neither of these really got saturated in the mud. This is just like a hand taping test. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's really good. I don't know if you guys can even see that. So I cannot at all lift this tape up without it just pulling in half. This is like a really good bond. So good. So heavyweight all-purpose is an excellent taping mud. Like way better than a lot of the things I've tried. I'm impressed at how good that actually is. That is so good. I can't separate this from the mud. It's become one. It's impossible to actually pull this tape off. Really good. Excellent adhesion. Okay, so let's try the taping mud. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty good. Let's try it from the other side. No, other than this one spot where I didn't have enough mud due to user error, again, it is completely stuck down. So I would say, in all honesty, more or less equal performance in terms of adhesion. It's just become completely one with the joint compound, totally fused with the drywall underneath it. So really good performance on both of them. I did get a pretty good chunk up right here. Let's just keep going, see what we can do. See if I can do that anywhere on the taping mud one. Okay, so at this point I've been able to get one part of the all-purpose mud up. But the taping mud is like so stuck. Okay, so my final conclusion here, let's just try and look at the properties that we need from a taping or an all-purpose mud. How well does the tape stick to it? I would say equally in both situations. With the taping mud winning because you can leave it on for much longer. So the taping mud is way more user-friendly, especially under professional application methods. The all-purpose heavyweight, however, I believe is a more solid product in the long run because it's so hard and durable. I just don't think it's gonna crack as easily. Now, you can't use it for pre-filling joints very well because it shrinks so much, and I think that shrinking and cracking is gonna lead to it not being as strong in the long run. But if you were to use proper procedures where you pre-fill with a setting type mud and then use all-purpose mud over top and wipe the tape out in a reasonable amount of time, I think you're probably going to get the strongest possible product. So that being said, you can take taping mud straight out of the box or bucket, thicker than you would run it through the tools, and you can pre-fill with that. As we saw, it doesn't shrink and crack to the same degree at all, so it does make a suitable pre-fill material, especially when left overnight to dry. I also think that the taping mud is adequately hard and durable that given the circumstances, I'm gonna choose taping mud over a heavyweight all-purpose any day of the week because, again, for my professional purposes, it applies way better and more problem-free. The fact that you can forget a tape, come back and wipe it out half an hour later and it'll still wipe out pretty flat while maintaining perfect adhesion, I mean, that's a good product. So yeah, the benefit of this is it can be used for taping and can be used for your second and final coat. So it's definitely a good product that way. But it shrinks so much that, say, if you're coating corner beads, it's probably going to take 3 coats of the all-purpose to get a proper coverage over your corner bead and not have it be hollow, whereas your regular all-purpose lightweight mud is going to shrink less and give you proper coverage of your corner bead in 2 coats. So overall, I would say the newer lightweight muds probably are better, more modern products, but the old school stuff, when done properly or with enough coats, is probably a stronger, more durable, better lasting product. So there's my thoughts on all-purpose heavyweight versus taping mud. I hope this helped answer some of your questions. And as always, I hope your projects are going well, but I hope you're doing even better. Till the next one, you guys. Thanks for watching.